Joining us this morning, Titania Jordan.
Tatiana Jordan. Did I get the name right? Jordan?
Titania.
Titania. Okay.
Titania. All right. It's Titania Jordan.
Woo! I am excited. I am here with Kesha Williams, a Chick-Fil-A fellow woman in tech. Like, let's do a little...
Yes. Happy to be here.
Yes. So tell everybody who is watching what you do at Chick-Fil-A officially.
So officially, I am a software engineer with Chick-Fil-A. I've been there for about 12 years. Yesterday, as a matter of fact.
Congratulations.
So I have two main roles. My first main role, I am a Java web developer.
Wow.
So that means I build web applications that run in a web browser written in Java. I also use Angular. So that's my main role. I have a side role, and in that role, I lead several innovation teams, and I get to play, I call it play. I get to play around with a lot of the fun, cool, emerging technologies like facial recognition, machine learning, Internet of Things, computer vision, and the list goes on and on.
Oh my gosh, just geeking out on so many levels. You know, hometown hero Chick-fil-A with a global footprint, fellow woman in tech, the fact that you are able to use your software engineering skills in your day-to-day life, and then also play, as you said, in innovation. It's amazing. Now, you and I met earlier this year for the Technovation challenge.
Yes.
Talk about that, y'all. Oh my gosh, like goosebumps, just super fulfilling, super amazing.
So Technovation is this global computer programming competition, and the main goal is to expose young girls to technology and computer programming, and that's something I'm very passionate about. So with Technovation, we target girls between the ages of 10 and 17. We challenge them to solve a problem in their local community by building a mobile app. And so we take them through the whole process of brainstorming, prototyping, designing, actually building the app, and then writing a business plan to pitch their startup business to a panel of judges. And Titania served as one of our judges for the 2017 season.
It was such an honor. And these girls, these young women, were so inspiring. Yes. I wish I had a community of young women and older female mentors like that when I was that age. Because as you and I both know, the statistics, you know, fall off of women, young women who are interested in science, technology, engineering, and math drastically drop the older that these young women get, and by the time they're applying to colleges, it's abysmal.
Right.
And it doesn't have to be. And you know, with technology being a field that is completely understaffed, there are more tech jobs, especially in our state, than we have people to fill them. And the salaries are great. So it's like, girls.
And it's like, I always say, it's not rocket science. We have this huge gap, just fill it with more women.
Please.
Women, we are like, we're untapped potential.
I know.
And so I'm very passionate about exposing girls early on in life to technology.
Yes, and another I think misconception is that you have to be amazing at math or science. Not my strength, either of them, but design is, innovation, creativity, problem solving. Those are all skill sets that are needed in this field.
And I can tell you, I went to Spelman College here in Atlanta. I majored in computer science, and I had to take so many math courses that I ended up with a math minor. But in my day-to-day job, I don't use any of that math.
Why is that?
I don't know.
It's frustrating.
It really is.
But you know what? Certain aspects of math are fulfilling if you're an artist, like geometry, even algebra, like the balance of getting this to equal this. So it's doable.
It is.
Now physics, on the other hand, yeah, this is hard.
I'm having flashbacks to calculus-based physics. It was the hardest course.
Oh my gosh.
I'm glad I don't have to use that.
Right, but you and I didn't have Google back then.
Exactly.
So we had to like find the stuff in books. Now it might just be a little easier.
I bet it is.
Can you imagine that? Like, we didn't have Google.
I would ace all of my exams, all of my computer programs. I just go to Stack Overflow. How do you write a loop that does X, Y, Z? You guys have it easy this day and age. You really do.
Back in our day, we had to walk uphill both ways to find answers to tests. The group of women that won that day, the app that they built and designed surrounding safety on college campuses. Let's talk about that for a minute.
Right. So the app was called Safety Pin. And this group of girls, they were amazing because they were spread out across 5 different states.
Yeah.
And so they had to coordinate through Skype and through FaceTime, and they actually went on to the semifinals. And so it was just amazing. I was blown away at just the level of what they accomplished in such a short period of time.
Yeah.
And the app, it's called Safety Pin, and it was an app that was created to make women feel safe on college campuses. And so it was an awesome idea.
Yeah, because if you're at a party or in a compromising situation or on a date where you feel uncomfortable, it's not so easy to just find the nearest emergency box to, you know what I mean?
Right.
You don't necessarily want to do that, but with Safety Pin, you know, you kind of shake your phone and it starts to record what's going on in a situation, because one very fortunate aspect to, let's just say, sexual assault is the lack of evidence. This helps to combat that. So really, really proud of what these young women did.
It's amazing.
And I can't wait to see what they go on and build from there.
I know they did not make it onto the finals, but they did finish Safety Pin, and they have a Facebook page dedicated to it. And so they're continuing to pursue their dream and make that app production
hopefully
ready.
I will remember in post to go to Google and find their links and put them in the description under this interview, because you all need to check them out and support them. They're a great group of women. Also, I need to throw myself under the bus a little bit, because I've been so bad at email. Really for a few years now. It's just the rate at which information's coming in, you know, email, text, Instagram direct message, Twitter direct message. It's like I can't keep up. I can either answer messages all day or like actually get the work done that people are paying me to do. And so you emailed me back in June to help with something, and I found it this morning. I took a screenshot, and I'm throwing myself under the bus right now because I did not write back. I apologize to you.
That's okay.
I apologize to everybody watching who's like, you know better than that. Anyway, so you're launching a Georgia chapter of Write, Speak, Code.
Yes.
Where are you with that right now? And my apologies for not getting back to you about this.
So right now we are planning our initial launch event for sometime in November.
Okay.
We are currently seeking sponsors to give us a location and potentially partner with us for additional events.
Wonderful. Yeah. So I know a couple people in a couple locations. So tell us more about what you need. First of all, what is Write, Speak, Code, and tell us more about how we can help. But for example, after you tell us about Write, Speak, Code, what would be a good location?
Right. So Write, Speak, Code is an organization that really seeks to empower women. So women in technology that write code. And so we have a lot of training programs to help them get ready to present their big idea on the stage, or if they want to blog about what they're learning. And so it's really just a great way for women in technology that have a desire to speak in public and share their ideas. And so that's the whole point of Write, Speak, Code.
I love it. I love it. I will put myself on the spot now and make a dedicated effort to do what I can to help you with this.
Appreciate that.
We have this amazing space, like right behind this wall,
okay,
that can fit people. So depending on if this is a good location, you know, right off of 285, happy to have it here.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah, so we can talk, you know, off camera about dates and logistics and crowd size and what you need. But,
okay,
you know, we at 3CI love to support women in technology. So happy to do whatever we can there. And so unlike other fields where you learn what you learn in school and it's applicable until you retire,
Ooh.
Much different.
Oh, yeah.
Much different. So
yes,
how do you stay up to date with continued learnings and how to be as efficient and innovative as possible?
Right. Well, one, I love to learn. So being in technology, you have to love to learn and love to explore and love to play, because there's always something new that's going to replace what you already know. And so you really just have to, what I like to do, I'll look at the want ads. Not that I'm looking for a job, but I'd just like to know what skill is in demand nowadays.
That's so smart.
And so then whatever skill is in demand, I take time to actually learn it. And so right now, machine learning is really a really hot topic. And so I've been working with Amazon Web Services and using their machine learning services just to play around and learn more about it.
And again, the terminology playing around, like
it's playing around.
It is. When my dad gave me the user manual to his Microsoft computer back in the early 90s, he was like, yeah, you know, play around with this, teach me how to use it. And I thought I'd be using Microsoft Paint my whole life for graphic design, so that's where we were then. But it's just so much fun.
It is. It really is so much fun. And I speak a lot to young kids to just tell them more about computer programming. And I always say, I get to sit on my computer and play all day long. That's something that I don't even allow my kids to do.
Right.
But I play on my computer all day long, and I get paid to do it. Like, it's a no-brainer.
It's great.
Yeah.
It really is great.
Yeah,
How old are your kids, if I may ask?
So I have 3 kids. I have a 16-year-old, a 14-year-old, and a 10-year-old.
Wow. So they are definitely immersed in that world of technology and smartphones and devices. So I bet you have some really cool conversations with them.
Yes.
Are any of them looking like they want to go down the same path as you?
Yes. So I've always tried to instill in them a love for technology. And I've already told them, like, all 3 of you guys, you are going, and you know this, you are going to major in computer science.
Good.
You will thank me later. You will. Trust me.
Such a smart mom. How does it feel to have, like, just a really cool mom? Like, you guys
better listen.
Winning. What are some really great pieces of advice that you've either read or been given or given to other people over the course of your career?
So several things come to mind, but first, finding a good mentor is crucial to your success. Find someone that has traveled down the path that you want to go down, and have them serve as your mentor and your guide, because there are so many different paths that you can take in technology, and just having someone there to look over your shoulder and give you advice is very important.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm thankful for all the people that have mentored me over the years and continue to do so, because I would not be where I am today because of them. So that's huge, definitely huge. You know, this episode will live online, which means that anybody in the entire world can watch it anytime, especially people who have like access to a lot of resources and might want to help. So for everybody out there watching, you know, how can we pour into you personally, and how can we pour into you professionally and help you with initiatives that you're trying to accomplish?
So my main goal in life really is to increase diversity in technology. That's something that I am very, very passionate about. And so I would encourage you out there, if you have the ability to serve as a mentor for a women in technology group like Technovation, New York Academy of Sciences, Right Speak Code, the list goes on and on. If you're able to either donate your time as a mentor or donate financially to these organizations that really seek to empower women in technology, do that. That would be my ask. Just support these organizations.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a very doable ask for anybody out there watching. And so we will pop links up to the organizations that you mentioned, again in the description below. So literally all you have to do is just click and learn more and take action. Kesha, as we close, is there anything that you want to talk about? Just, you know, you have this platform, people watching, anything you want to talk about in terms of, your goals for the future, any learnings you've had, anything you're excited about, just anything that comes to mind.
Sure. I am very excited about machine learning.
Yes.
So that's something that I mentioned earlier. And so machine learning, before I went through the process of learning about machine learning, it was just this technology that I was really afraid of. But until I learned more about it and what it really is, all it does, it gives a computer the ability to analyze past data to make predictions about the future. And so this technology, it's in use all over the place, places that we don't even know. So it's used in policing. Sometimes judges will use it to see if someone will be a repeat offender.
Wow.
It's used when determining whether or not you'll get a loan or if you'll be hired. And so I went through the process to learn more about machine learning, and through that, I created this algorithm, I call them an algorithm, called SAM. And SAM stands for Suspicious Activity Monitor. And so anyone can talk to SAM. If you're walking down the street and you see someone you think is engaged in suspicious activity, you can send SAM a tweet. And so SAM takes that photo and he uses computer vision. So computer vision is a separate technology that gives computers the ability to see. And so he uses computer vision. He pulls attributes from the photo like age, gender. He'll take additional information from the tweet like time of day, month, etc. And he takes all of that and he sends it to his machine learning brain that I trained using GBI, so Georgia Bureau of Investigation, crime data, and then he makes a prediction. So he'll tweet back, "You need to run for your life," or "There's no crime about to happen." But the aha moment that I really learned when I was going through this whole process of creating SAM is that I intentionally excluded race as an attribute that he uses to make a determination. And then I realized that, well, if I can exclude race, that's removing human bias from really policing. And so that aha moment was very exciting for me. And so I wanted to just spread the word about what I'd learned. So I've spoken at several technical conferences about SAM and machine learning. I've spoken on the TED stage about machine learning. So I'm just very excited about this technology, where it's headed, and what it can do, and the changes that it can make in our society.
That is so compelling. How in the world did you save that for the end? Like, we could have wrapped
well, you
this,
asked,
and you're like,
what was I excited about?
Oh, by the way, that's a really big deal. So so you said you sent a tweet. I'm going on Twitter right now, and I want everybody watching to do that as well. How do I, is it an account I follow?
Yeah.
What's
so
the account handle?
I am Sam.
I am Sam.
_tech.
_tech. Man, that's so cool. All right, so at I am Sam _tech, y'all need to follow this and support Kesha in this endeavor, because it has huge implications for eliminating bias, as we are all too familiar with, and the crazy stories we see on the news every day. This is huge. This is really cool. Yeah. I'm so glad that you talked about this.
Yeah, and a lot of people just don't realize where, like, every place where machine learning is in use. And so in all of those different places, the application developer, the person that develops those algorithms, they need to be intentional about not passing on their own human bias to the machine. And so we just have to bring awareness to it and be just aware that it's an issue, and work hard as developers to make sure we don't pass on bias.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
On another note, did you hear recently in the news how Facebook's machine learning algorithms actually came up with their own language to talk to each other?
Yes.
Wasn't that crazy?
It's crazy.
It was so cool.
It's crazy and it's cool. It's exciting.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
It's a whole new world.
Just imagine where we're going to be 5 years, 10 years, 20 years from now.
I know. What are our children going to be studying in college?
computer science.
Yeah, well,
mine will be.
Yes, we will end on that. Everybody study computer science,
Yes.
especially Kesha's children and my son Jackson. You know where you're going to school and you know what you're going to study,
Yes.
so there's that. Kesha, thank you so much for your time, for what
My
you do in this
pleasure.
community, and for being here today.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.